What's up, guys? We're here in Nashville. This is a neighborhood called 12 South. Really nice part of town. I'm going to take you guys on a walkthrough of a job that I just recently completed. We actually did the whole outside of this place over the summer, and then now the inside was ready. So yeah, it's ready for a walkthrough. It's fully furnished now, paintings on the wall, everything like that. So let's go. So you see all these columns out front. We cleaned all the copper lanterns for him. They were just really black. And he wanted them all to look kind of like not totally black, but also not brand new copper, not like brand new copper. And we did all the columns out here with Roma Bio masonry flat paint. And we did all the iron in a gloss oil, so it came out looking really nice on the fence. That fence goes around back and over there too, and we did that in new cedar, Capit stain, new cedar on the wooden fence. We cleaned the copper roofs again too, not to look like brand new copper, but to look just not totally black. And we did the decorative pieces up there in the peaks as well. A lot of the stuff on the outside's gonna need to be cleaned up again, like this front porch. We just did it with a porch and floor paint, and we did the ceiling in light blue to keep all the ghosts away. Old Nashville and Southern tradition, superstition, whatever you want to call it. If we come along through the side of the house, see, we pressure washed this whole fence and stained it with new cedar. It used to be just totally gray and black and weathered and moldy and kind of gross. And it's a really long fence. It goes on and on. And so there you see the detached unit. We did the inside and outside of that as well. And just more fence, as you see, kind of dark. And then here's a back view of this beautiful Nashville historic home. It used to actually be purple with maroon and gold and all these kind of crazy colors on it, and we made it all Nashville black. It was a style. Nashville black with cedar is really popular these days. The actual color is Starless Sky by PPG, and we did it in Benjamin Moore Ultra Spec on the siding, and in soft gloss, more glow soft gloss on all the trim. So let's go on inside. And here we are inside, and everything's really looking good. We did all the risers, and we did the post and the railing and that little decorative piece right there along the skirt in urbane bronze. And all the windows, as you'll see throughout the whole house, are also done in urbane bronze. So it was quite a bit of work. I'd have to guess this house, he's got really nice artwork too on the walls that just got put up day before Christmas or something like that, I believe, just before Christmas. He had all his mirrors hung. I believe the square footage of this house is about 2,500 square feet, but it's just very detailed. And all the trim in here was bare wood, stained wood, stained in polyurethane, and we painted it all. So it was full coat of primer, a whole bunch of prep work between caulking and putty and nail holes and everything like that, and then we painted everything with Pro Classics semi-gloss oil-based trim paint. We used all surface enamel gloss oil-based paint, as I said, in urbane bronze on all the railings and risers and windows and everything like that. On the walls, in today's economy, you really have to be careful, because a lot of the wall paint these days going for, even with a contractor discount, you might be paying $50-60 a gallon. So we try to make things, use our expertise here to pick a good product that will hold up just as good and save the customer some bucks. So we go with Promar 200 low sheen eggshell on walls and ceilings, and it just looks great. And this color is alabaster. This is Sherwin-Williams multi-surface acrylic on the bookcase, sprayed, and just looks factory finished. Now that was, the carpenters came in and added on to a bookcase. They added those two bottom drawers and the whole top piece, and they built that out of wood, but the existing built-in shelves and bookcase was made of some type of, like that melamine type of material. And so we just made it all, we had to paint it with that multi-surface enamel that'll stick to anything. A big part of painting is just knowing what products to use. If you had painted that with just any type of, semi-gloss paint or whatever, it would just peel right off. So it's really important to get a good feel for what primers and paints and products to use. There again, you see that urbane bronze on the windows and alabaster semi-gloss oil-based trim paint all around. We used the same. It's iron ore on the bookcase and iron ore on all the flat ceiling panels in the coffered ceiling, and of course alabaster semi-gloss on all the trim. I did 3 fireplaces, restored them totally, and we used black satin impervo by Benjamin Moore as the base coat, and then I gold leafed all that gold leaf that you see here, and all that tile was original. That's 19th century tile, and it has French women on it, I believe. And honestly, I didn't like it before when the fireplace was dingy, and now that it's redone, it looks like it was all just intentional. It looks brand new, but with a historic feel to it. And there's 3 of them, as I said. There's another with slightly different tile, but also very nice. Now, this used to be a full wall, and so they opened it all up, and we had to paint all this with the oil-based paint, all these doors. But on an older house like this, where you're converting the wood trim to paint, you just have to use oil. It wouldn't look right, and it wouldn't feel right. The feel of all this trim is just so smooth. And like I said, there used to be just a wall here, so they opened it all up. They did quite a bit of work. Now, the wallpaper, I don't do wallpaper, but when they came in, it wasn't big enough for this room, so we installed a picture molding and painted the whole top part of the wall and made it all blend in with the crown, so it looks like the crown molding is just bigger and makes it look really, really nice. And that solved the problem with wallpaper not being big enough for the walls. And actually, this is for my customer John Werner, and he's a repeat customer. I've done a bunch of work for John, and I painted his house in Lebanon, Tennessee a few years back, about 3 or 4 years ago, and then it came out so good, he said, I'm going to sell this place and move to Florida, and that's exactly what he did. And one day before he moved, he said, can you please paint my piano before I leave? I had 1 day to do this. I did it in his living room. It was similar to this. I had to cover all the walls with plastic, and I had to spray a coat of primer and then satin impervo black finish paint, and I did the bench, the piano, everything. And like I said, that was 3 or 4 years ago. And this is a Civil War era piano that he got, and I helped him restore. And now it's in his Civil War era house here in Nashville, which is really cool. So we'll come back through here. We'll take a look at this bathroom real quick. And it's just black. Let me see if I can turn on some lights in here. Oh, that's the fan. And there's the light. I sprayed that black fan even. Black. And there's a black ceiling. It's oil-based ceiling. All surface enamel. This is actually called Black Magic. Really cool, historic type of wallpaper that just goes really well with the house, the theme of the house, the flow of the color scheme and everything. And we come into the kitchen now, and he has just these beautiful cabinets with the golden bronze, whatever it is, brass, I'm sorry, drawer pulls. And so we didn't know exactly what to do with the ceiling because it had a metallic, almost aluminum look to it. So we sprayed it with the alabaster oil-based semi-gloss trim paint, and then I gold leafed by hand each tile, and it just goes really, really well. And he's got beautiful tile in here. Look at that hood, beautiful stove and oven. And there's a panel that's still going to be put on top of the refrigerator to make it blend in with the cabinets. But this took a lot of time, a lot of work. But I think it really turned a ceiling that we didn't know quite what to do with into kind of a conversation piece. It really kind of goes very well with the kitchen, I think. So in here we have a pantry. This pantry, oil on all the built-in shelves, and just alabaster on the walls and ceiling as well. Come into the back bedroom. I think this was called something like natural tan. Everything's just looking good. In here we have another bathroom, and we did the ceiling in here in Delft Blue by Sherwin-Williams, and the door as well. And of course, as you guessed, that's oil-based trim paint. A little cleaning up to do too on that doorknob. As we come through, you notice all the detail. That is urbane bronze just on the very inside molding of the doors and windows. And of course we have it as well on the railing. Spindles done in white alabaster, risers in urbane bronze, all throughout the house, and just super, super smooth. Everything is so smooth. That's what's so nice about the oil paint. And on the handrail again, you see the detail in the trim here as well. Urbane bronze, all sorts of stained glass, urbane bronze in the skylight, alabaster on all the walls and trim. Here in the upstairs bathroom, same thing, a lot of tile. Hallway, laundry room. The master in here is just really, really nice. Just everything painted and just restored. Full restoration of a house that was built in 1886. It's very, very detailed. This closet is a cedar closet. It used to be a little bit different. We put a wall in here, and he's got his clothes already in here. And to go with the cedar, we painted all of the shelves in a green to match the cabinets in the kitchen. And we used Benjamin Moore Command because of how it sticks to this. This is another, we could have used Command on the bookcase downstairs, but we used the Sherwin-Williams multi-surface acrylic. Command just, it sticks to very well to almost anything. And these are the same type of melamine cabinets and shelves and stuff like that. So, you know, came out really, really good. What I like to do with the Command, because they don't have a semi-gloss, they have satin and gloss, so I buy 1 gallon of each and mix them together and create my own semi-gloss. But again, it's got a super smooth feel. It feels so nice, Command does. Almost feels like a lacquer. And then in the master bath here, you see just alabaster walls and trim with urbane bronze on the windows. And there we did a cloudy sky ceiling over the bathtub. Got some stained glass right there. This still needs to be hung properly in that window. Odds and ends left. But that, my friends, is a full tour of a beautiful 1886 home, historic home restoration that we did in 12 South Nashville. Thanks everybody. See you the next time.